Okay. Now we're back. Okay, Felicia, here we go. Felicia, and then I see you, Raquel. All right, let me say my prayer. We'll begin. Divine source, divine spirit. Call forth my ancestors, my spirit team, all the energies connected to me. Clear away any psychic debris I may have so I can receive the messages in a clear way. Spirit put edge of protection over me as I dive into the spirit today on behalf of the people. All right, Spirit, could you connect me to Felicia's energy, please? Show me what I need to see. Okay, here we go, Felicia. So, one, I want to ask you, where are your air placements? Okay, because the spirit is relating to your air placements. This is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Melanie. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. In your so this is like your natal chart. Do you know your sun, moon, and rising at all? Zodiac, your natal chart. You're a Libra rising. She's Libra rising. Your rising's Taurus. Oh, what Deja said. Okay. You're a Libra rising. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I'm tracking. Okay, so I want you to read up on the Libra rising, okay? Because it's something about what Libra means in the rising sign, in particular for this season, this year, that will help. We still helping her learn her chart. Okay, good. So go over that with her, okay? Because that's something that's needed at this time. In addition to that, the spirit is talking about the energy of air in your life, okay? So this shows up in the form of words, all right? And they kept showing me like you trying to speak, but like sound not coming out, which is a symbol to me that there are some conversations that you need to have that you have not had. Okay. There are some true feelings that you have that you've not expressed. And a lot of times this happens because we want to do damage control or we want to um, keep people's feelings safe. Okay. But any moment that we don't share and express the truth is a detriment to ourselves. Okay? Any moment that we don't share and express and live in the truth is a detriment to ourselves. Okay? So I need for you to sit with yourself and figure out what truths are you not telling? What feelings do you have that you are not directly communicating? And the spirit wants you to communicate that. Part of the healing journey is telling the truth, telling the full truth about you, telling the full truth about the people around you, telling the full truth about the people that you love, the full truth. All right. And so there's a blockage here in the throat chakra. This also affects the ear, nose, it's ENT, right? It's the communication center. So you can start to develop sinus issues, sinus infections, sore throat, problems with the ear. What is it, tinnitus or something like that? I think that's the name of it, because we have a blockage in that area. Okay, so I want you to focus on your throat chakra. I want you to do throat chakra meditations, affirmations, but really, I need you to sit down and figure out what that truth is and why it is that you feel like you can't fully express it, or that if you do, it won't fully be received. Okay, because there's a blockage here in the communication. Let me see. Yes. So there's gonna be some confrontations coming up soon. In particular, there's a man that they keep showing me that you're going to have to confront. All right. And this is also going to be necessary to free up this throat chakra energy in this throat chakra space. Okay. But this is where the blockage is, the expression, the communication. All right. And so, throat chakra, look up the foods, the fruits, the herbs, um, the affirmations, read up all about that, and look at the air placement and read about that Libra placement and any other air placements that you may have. Okay. The spirit is also, when we have these heavy air placements like that, um, incense is good for us, because that also works with the air. Diffusers, fragrances, all of that. So I would definitely look into some essential oils. You have a diffuser, utilizing the diffuser, so forth and so on. Okay, Felicia, it's the throat chakra. Okay. Got it. Thanks. Thank you. I have Deja. I'm also, once I get done with these types of readings, I'm going to get into a habit of doing some pendulum reads, some yes or no's questions. And we'll do that sort of at the end. Okay. Um, so here we go, Deja. Say my prayer. All right, divine source, divine spirit, please connect me to Deja's energy. Spirit, show me what I need to see for Deja. Hold on, real quick. Okay, Deja, let me ask you a question. Is there a female that you are beefing with or that has beef with you that you're aware of? Hey V, hey Chris, hey Divine Destiny. Yes. Okay. Now, like that guy, real like beef, like y'all may throw hands type of beef. Like beef. Not you. Okay, not in that way. Because they keep showing me this woman, okay, and she really has a a severe problem with you, and she's very jealous of you, okay? And she's very jealous of your looks and how pretty you are. Like she has a jealousy, okay? Give me a second. Yeah, it's just like a jealousy. It's a jealousy. She has a jealousy. Um, Now this is the thing though. I really need for you to when's the last time that you've done protection work for yourself? When I don't know if you're when's the last time you've done protection work for yourself? Are you here still? Earth to Deja, Deja to Earth. Did Deja did she vanish? Oh, you're here? Okay. Oh yeah, so I'm asking like when's the last time you've done protection work for yourself? I didn't see if you commented. Oh, she's at work. No, I didn't see your comment. No. Okay. At any rate, whenever you did, we need to if you haven't done it recently, I think you need to do some protection work for yourself, some more aggressive protection work. Because yeah, her comment. Is anyone else seeing her comment pop up on TikTok? Because I'm not seeing it. I don't know if it's being filtered or something or what, how TikTok acts. Are y'all seeing her comment? No, you're not seeing it. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not seeing it. And I really think that you need to do some more aggressive protection work for yourself because I'm gonna just be honest with you. When they were showing me, said she washed her hands recently. That filled in my comments. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, wash your hands. Okay. Yeah, no, we got to you. There's some protection working that you need to do. Vinegar is good for just basting negativity and cleansing, but there's some protection working you need to do because this is a very jealous woman, and they keep showing me like her hair is kind of like light, like I don't know if she like to wear light hair or blonde hair or light streaks in her hair. I've never done protection work before. Oh, okay. This is what my suggestion is. think that you should book a root work consultation so I could teach you that. Okay. I think you should do that because I'm gonna just be honest with you. I saw her. I saw when I went into the spirit showed me someone throwing something in my face. Okay. And when I saw that, I had to take a moment and ask, is this like figuratively or is this an actual assault, like someone throwing something in your face? And it felt like it was scalding, like it was hot, like it was someone that was trying to ruin your face. Okay. Because of this jealousy that they have for you. So the good thing is, um, as I tell people all the time, if they're telling me about it, that means that this is a way ahead of time and that there's something that you can do to block this and thwart this. Okay. But you having never done any protection work for yourself, you know, for me, that's an issue. Okay. And so I really think, and I have videos, if you want to scroll down my timeline, where I talk about protection work. Have a class where I've taught protection work, but I think that this is something that needs to be done. Okay, because this woman is really jealous of you and your looks. Like she just has a very jealous, and sometimes that type of weirdness can come from people that's like trying to be you. She said it's a family member. Okay. Yeah. She's very, very, very no. Oh, is it a family member? Spirit, can we clarify whether or not this is a family member? Is this a family member, Spirit? Yes. Spirit says yes. Okay. So we need to do this. A short way to do it. If you want to go ahead and just and get a hand ahead of it, you can use. I'm just trying to think of items and things that you may have on hand or at home. If you have like black pepper, if you have hold on, let me see. Felicia, what's your email address? Can you put it in the chat or DM it to me? And as soon as I get off the live, I will email you something that you can do, um, just as a thwarting and as a protection for yourself. And again, if the spirit shows it to me, this is way ahead of time. All right, before the incident occurs. All right, so it's not like I was going to run and do this or anything. This is something that's way ahead of time, which is why we want to do the protection work now. Okay, and thwart this stuff from you. Okay, so I want you to email me, darcelandre@gmail.com. All right, so I can have your email and I could email you something that you can do. But I would still suggest you to, book a root work consultation so I could teach you other things to do. You live with the person. That's why that that would make sense to me because it was like a pot, like of hot water or something. It's a pot. Okay. And it was like this pot of water splashed in my face. So it was thrown in my face. Okay. But it's all right because the spirit put you here at this time for this information. Okay. So that this can so you can get the help and the intervention that you need. Okay. So go ahead and send me that emailerization. Okay. Um, so we can go ahead and get ahead of this thing. Okay. Now see, this is the part that folks, everybody want to be tapped in and spiritual and all that stuff like that. And this is that part that's like, "Dun." Okay. So much ourselves. Thank you. No problem. No problem at all. You're gonna be okay. Everybody's like, Darcel, take me out to you're gonna be okay. But again, the protection work is to be in place to prevent anything like this from actualizing. Okay. So that's that. She's like, whew. Okay. Um, let's see this. Lenore, you're next. Lenore's like, Lord, send help. Wait, there's two here. Oh, wait, hold on. Before you, Lenore, it's actually Raquel. It's Raquel, then it's Lenore. What it did is when I looked at my email, it put the two PayPals in the same thing. And so it sort of combined it. Okay, so here we go, Raquel. I say my prayer. Raquel. Thank you. Say my prayer. Divine source, divine spirit, please connect me to Raquel's energy. Spirit, show me what I need to see. Okay, Raquel. So the spirit keeps showing me adornment on your ears. Okay, beautiful jewelry on your ears. Anytime I see that, that is an indication of you being clairaudient. All right. And the spirit, clairaudient means clear hearing, where the spirit communicates to you with sound. All right. So we have, the ringing in the ear. You may hear songs. There may be messages and things that come through music. All right. Or when you listen to people, you can hear what they're actually saying underneath what they say. All right. You may even be someone who is an auditorial learner, but there is a gifting that as it pertains to the ears. This also lets me know that sounds and auditory things should be something that you heavily utilize in your practice. Um, because that is something that the spirit is saying is something that helps you, that is works with your energy. Okay. And so with that being said, Hold on. This thing is not worth anything. Try to keep my phone plugged up. Thank you, phone. And now I'm back. So there is a need to really, when you cleanse yourself, to allow, the smoke and things to cover the ears, to come to the ears, okay? And to help increase this ability, the spirit wants you to work and focus on your throat chakra, okay? Because the throat chakra is ENT, is the communication center. It's about communicating accurately, but it's also receiving information accurately. All right. So you want to focus on that. If you have crystals, if you want to look into the crystals connected with that, but all of that is going to help to nurture that ability and that gifting. All right. In addition to that, the spirit is talking about the water placements. Okay. In your chart, can I share my body butter website? Yes, you can, Amana. Of course. The spirit is talking about the water placements. So do you know where the water placements are in your chart? Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Because there's a need here to be connected to the water, to go to the water, to be near the water, and to utilize water as a part of your spiritual practice. So do you know where those placements are? You have the Sagittarius. Okay, so that's fire. Okay. I want you to look into the rest of your chart and see where the water is. If you do not see the water, the reason why they're showing me this is because that's what you need. You have 3 fire signs in your rising. And so you need to utilize the water in order to balance that energy out. Okay? Otherwise, we'll be too hot-headed, too impulsive, too okay. So this means to making sure that we do like our spiritual baths, right? That if we are feeling our emotions are through the roof, we want to listen to ocean sounds, rain sounds, river sounds, okay, to help combat that water, that fire energy, okay. But before we take that, I want you to just look at your full chart and see where the water placements are. Where they are, you need to focus and read upon those, because there's something that's about that placement that is necessary for this season in your life. Okay. And you need that water because you got all that fire energy there, girl. It's going to burn everything up and down. Okay. It's going to burn everything up and down. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else for Raquel? Raquel, also, the spirit is showing me you with this tool kit or tool belt, which is an indication of a habit of yours of trying to fix people. All right. Fix people's problems. All right. Be Bob the Builder on an individual's life. And the spirit wants you to not feel obligated to help all the time, and to heal people and try to fix things and fix people's situations. Okay. Because what happens is that is an over exertion of energy. That is an over extension of energy. Okay. And people sometimes need to deal with things on their own. And when you give advice and you try to help people and they don't do what you say, that then shifts you and puts you in a negative headspace. Okay. So the spirit wants you to put your toolkit up. Raquel said it's hard to stop. I know it's hard to stop. It is hard. It is hard to stop, but it is not impossible. It is not impossible. It is hard, but it is not impossible. Okay. You said, especially when you love the person. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you love the person, that just takes you to a whole different space. However, comma, we got to love ourselves more. We got to love ourselves more because that is not healthy for you. You can't love somebody to your own detriment. Can't love somebody to your own detriment because then that puts you in a bad space. And then sometimes, now peep this, people will let you do all of that. You will be wore out, broke down, and then they will leave and move on. And that all your efforts are in vain. And then you are the one that's left with this negative energy and these negative thoughts and feeling betrayed and things like that. So I want you to be mindful of that. How do you do that? By making sure that you have designated time each day that is designated to, or excuse me, dedicated to your wellness. So that is to say, if it's the 15th, yes, I am. I'm still taking readings. If it's the first 15 minutes of the day or the last 15 minutes of the day, you're making sure that that is dedicated to your wellness. Okay? You don't let that slip away. All right? Don't let it slip away. All right? Thank you, Raquel. I have Tessa. Hi, Tessa. Thank you. After Tessa, I have Khadijah. Then I have Megan. No, no, no. I got Lenore. Wait, Tessa, wait. Wait. I actually have Lenore right now. Then I have Tessa. Then it's Khadijah, Megan, Kiki, and then Carolyn. Sorry, Tessa. It's the PayPal, y'all, that has me in a chokehold. PayPal doesn't want me to be great. No matter how hard I try. Mm. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got to check this code real quick. All right, here we go. Lenore. Yes, Deja. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, Lenore, here we go. Spirit, please connect me to Lenore's energy. When I tell y'all, these zodiac placements are serious. Lenore, where's your water placements at? That's the Pisces, the Cancer, the Scorpio. Where's your water placement at? Mm-hmm. Cancer moon. Dear God. Dear God. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Cancer moon. So this good old Cancer moon. Cancer moon, Mercury, and Venus. Got you. So the spirit, they keep showing me water, but they're talking about dolphins in the water. Now, I don't know nothing about dolphins, but we need to see it's like a spiritual meaning of dolphins. Okay. And this is something that is a message for you. So, guess what? We're going to find out together. We're going to find out together, but I feel like it has to do with the Mercury placement. The spiritual energy of the dolphin inspires us to improve our communication skills, to listen with empathy, and to express ourselves with love and understanding. Okay, so boom. Okay, that's why I was feeling that it was connected to the Mercury placement. But all of those, Venus, relationship, love, Mercury, communication, moon, emotions, right? The spirit is really wanting you in this season to put energy into the throat chakra space, into how you communicate, right? And getting better and feeling freer in your communication and feeling firm in the things that you have communicated. Okay. Because there feels that there is some type of drawback spirit and a worry of whether or not what you have communicated or what you have expressed is the accurate thing or if it's the right thing. And I think there's a lot of judgment associated with communication. And so the spirit really wants you to work with your throat chakra so you can feel more confident in the things that you communicate and that you also are there's more ease in the communication. Okay. But this is the throat chakra. This must be the throat chakra day because this is about second or third time throat chakra that came up, and I got this blue on, which is the color for the throat chakra. Okay. Yes, the list is still open. All right. So that's where the focus needs to be. I want you to look more into the spiritual meanings of dolphins and also all in the water. I mean, I need to put on my blue today, right, Felicia? We got this. This is clearly the throat chakra week. Clearly. Let me see what else. And get something that you can wear around your neck. So if it's going to be a crystal or something that you can wear around the neck, okay, for that throat chakra, okay? Yeah, it is, but I have to emphasize the feeling firm in things that you communicated because you are aware of how you feel. It takes you a while to muster up the strength to express it, but then it's the feeling, the feeling of drawback or man, I made the wrong. Is this the right thing or not? I shouldn't have said that. I should have just went on. You understand what I'm saying? And so the spirit wants you to just course correct that. Okay. All right. Donna Aaron. Hey, greetings, Donna. Okay. Thank you, Lenore. That's the focus for you this week. Now I have Tessa. Finally. And finally, Tessa. No, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, here we go, Tessa. Let me say my prayer. I shall begin. Tessa, you're here still? While I'm confirming Tessa's here, this is who's on the list. After Tessa is Khadijah, then it's Megan, then it is Kiki, Carolyn, Bristow, Salim, and then Kiera. Okay, I see you, Tessa. All right, divine source, divine spirit. Please connect me to Tessa's energy. What do I need to see? Okay, Tessa. So you haven't given up on your vision, have you? Or have you been feeling, discouraged in your vision? Because the spirit keeps bringing attention to the eyes, okay? And the need to refresh and refocus on the vision, okay? So, the vision that you have for yourself, the vision that you have for your life, the spirit wants you to know that sometimes we're looking for the proof and the evidence that it's getting closer, right? But sometimes the proof is not there for you to see and witness in that way. But that doesn't mean that you're not getting closer or that the vision is not on its way or that things are not happening. Sometimes things happen outside of the realm of what we could see. Okay? So I want you to know that things are still happening. The vision is still there. Okay? That is still very much so a thing and the thing. All right. I just need for you to refresh that and understand just because you may not see certain things doesn't mean that things are not happening. And that's a message for you and a whole bunch of other people. Just because you don't see something happening, it doesn't mean that things are not happening. There's always stuff being woven around you. All right. There's always things being positioned for you. Okay. You just may not see it. All right. In addition to that, the spirit wants to talk about butterflies here. All right. And that they're going to be sending you butterflies as signs and symbols for things transforming and things changing. Okay. So that is a spirit guide, I guess, for you right now, or a spirit animal or a spiritual symbolism that's for you at this time. Okay. But they want you to get that spark back. Just because you don't see certain things doesn't mean that things are not happening. Okay. And so then what I want you to do is focus on the third eye chakra. All right. Because that has to do with our intuition, but that also is connected to our vision. Okay. And our vision for ourselves and making sure that we are staying in alignment with that vision. Okay. Thank you, Tessa. Next, I have Megan. No, Khadijah. I got Khadijah. Then I have Megan. When I tell y'all, I'm gonna have to hire somebody to keep this list together because the way confusion will set on my head is crazy. The way confusion will set on my head is crazy. Thank you. No, thank you so much, Tessa. And let me say this. If you y'all should know this by now, but if you are not getting a reading, you can get a message from other people's readings because everybody is here exactly where they need to be and where they're supposed to be. Okay? So you can get a reading through other people's messages. It could be still a message for you. Okay? Here we go, Khadijah. Because I've seen people sit there and they're like, I felt like you read me 20 times because every single one of these messages was for me. This is true. Yes, I always say you're gonna get what you need regardless. A word is still a word. That's right, Asia. All right, Khadijah. Here we go. Is that who I'm on? I'm on Khadijah? Yes, I am. Okay. Here we go. Spirit, please connect me to Khadijah's energy. Okay, Khadijah. Let's start here. The spirit is showing me, I tell you, y'all with this water, it's showing me a waterfall, but like it's like a cliff. Okay. And when I see this, the spirit shows me you at the edge of this cliff, afraid, right? Afraid to take the leap. I want you to understand this. Whatever is in your destiny, you can't fail. What is ever in your destiny, you can't miss. Whatever you're supposed to have in this life, you don't get to exit out of this life without getting it. So, anywhere with any part of you that the spirit is calling you to, that your spirit is calling you to, and you are afraid to take the leap, the spirit is saying, leap, because the leap is for the destiny. If you have been receiving sign after sign after sign after sign to take that step, to take that leap, to fully commit to something, do that. Okay. So I want you to look in your life and examine the areas where you're not fully committing or where you need to take a leap and you're afraid to take that leap. All right. Whatever that is, the spirit needs for you to take a leap. There's a general fear that we're going to fall and that we will fall to our deaths. No, I learned from a meditation with spirit a long time ago that even if you fall, the fall is to get you to have a different perspective, right? So even if you do make the leap and you mess up, it's necessary. It's necessary because it is necessary for the next thing. Like I've been receiving signs to move to. Let's see if that's a part of that. Right, spirit. Is Khadijah supposed to move? Yes, absolutely. That's a part of the leap. Okay. So follow the signs. Don't be afraid of the leap. Don't be afraid of the move. Do the things. Because if you don't, and you start having heaps of issues and problems, whose fault is that going to be? Yours. But we're not in the space in the season where we can let fear abide. Fear cannot take precedence in our lives. Make the movements. This is your statement. No fear. No fear. My acronym for fear, if y'all have been a part of the Lighthouse, y'all have heard me teach this. Emphasis on, this is my acronym. So if y'all see this anywhere else, comment. Darcel Andre said this. This is Darcel Andre, intellectual property. Fear is frequent excuses against the reality. Frequent excuses against reality. The reality is everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. The excuse is it's not happening because this, that, and third. What if this happened? What is that? Everything is happening the way that it should. Fear makes us stand still and not actually walk with the way that the universe is moving, or the way that God is sending us, or the way that the Spirit is paving for us. Okay? So walk in the light. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. I've been affirming lately, I am choosing faith over fear. So that's your confirmation. Continue to do that. That's the confirmation. Okay, thank you, Khadijah. I have Megan. You're so welcome. I have Megan. Hey, Megan. Megan was Swift. All right, Megan, here we go. All right, divine source, divine spirit. Please connect me to Megan's energy, Megan J's energy. Megan, are you familiar with your indigenous ancestry? Not really. I keep seeing indigenous people, indigenous folks, and they're sort of in it didn't turn up for the DNA test. My mom claims we do. Yeah, I keep seeing indigenous folks in and playing instruments. Like I'm seeing like shamanic music and stuff like that. There is definitely a call to connect with indigenous spirituality, utilizing indigenous herbs and things like that. but this feels as though that it's linked to your spirit and or to your ancestry. Okay. So what I want you to do is be on the lookout for any signs of feathers, of finding feathers, because what I find is that most indigenous ancestors, they, at least in my experience, they always leave these feathers, okay, as traces. And so you may find that you may find feathers, or someone may gift you something with feathers, okay, or earrings or anything, okay. But I want you in your meditation practices to listen to like indigenous flute playing and drumming and see how that resonates in your spirit. But there's a call to connect with indigenous spirituality, okay? And also in the space of herbal healing, all right? And so learning about indigenous herbs and things of that nature, okay, for healing. Um, yeah, the flute playing, the drumming, I just keep hearing that, okay? So I want you to take some time and dive into that and let me know how that experience is for you. Because I got a feeling that it's going to feel transformative and it's going to feel like, oh, snap. It's going to feel like a resonance, a deep resonance within you. Okay. And also, what people have to understand, Megan, are you Black American? I can't see because, I see you have this cat, this cat here. Where are you? Where? So what nationality? What race and nationality are you? Right. Okay. So sometimes what happens here, Megan, is especially when we look in our ancestry, depending upon how your folks um where they were located, so forth and so on, the chances of um both willful and unwillful connection and relationships, that's a great chance. Okay. And so it would not surprise me. Like I think about, for instance, Black Americans, there are things called maroon colonies. Um, yeah, but there are things called maroon colonies where free people of colors or maroon, not colonies, maroon, it's maroon something, but like maroon something maroon, I can't think of the word after, but essentially what it would be is that people who were um runaway slaves, who were indigenous Native Americans, and also some whites who were interested in um helping free the slaves, helping to uplift the indigenous people, and who are part of the fight, they would all be in these spaces together, in these tribes, these colonies, these spaces together. And so that's where we have the intermingling happening. Okay. And so I just want you to, you know, and sit with that and see how that feels for you and what that awakens. Okay. And also ask your mother why she believes that to be true. Okay. Because there's a lot of issues that come up when it comes with um, what do you call it? Record keeping and documentation, especially when you talk about indigenous folks. Okay. So I want you to see how that resonates with you. Now, normally, this would not be the case, but I just think that you should because this is what they were showing me. And that's all that I can communicate. Okay, Megan. Thank you. I have Kiki. Yeah, she said her grandmother always told her she was part Cherokee. Yeah, I think you should listen to some like yeah, just research that, listen to that and see how that correlates with you or resonates with you. Okay? Thank you. Okay. I just thought she was doing that white person thing. That is hilarious to me. No, she may not. I don't think she is. I think there's legitimacy within that. That's why I was like, normally this would not be the case. Okay, where's Kiki at? Hi, Kiki. All right, let's go ahead and tap in here. All right, divine source, divine spirit, please connect me to Kiki's energy. What do I need to see? Okay, Kiki. So the spirit keeps kind of showing me like your hands tied or shackled. And when I see this symbolism, it is indicative of feeling like you're in a stuck situation. Do you feel like that? Like you are in a stuck space or a stuck situation that you're like not really sure how to come out of or get out of? I did. Okay, so this was a situation you were in, and now it was like I was trying to figure out how to move forward. Got you. And so this is something that you just did. Like you now you are at the space of moving forward. I still am in a way. Okay. Got you. And so is this linked to a relationship? And also, I'm gonna close my list here for now until we switch to the yes and no's. Yes and no's. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. So I think part of it is, despite what happened, um, we got to understand what the lesson is, the lesson of the relationship, because nothing happens in the spirit in the universe anywhere. Period. Just to happen. There's always a lesson there. There's always a greater message, a greater understanding. There's always something greater that's going on in the midst of that. All right. And so, what I want to challenge you to do, because I feel like this thing still has a hold on you, I want to challenge you to sit with yourself and write down the lessons. What did you learn from that relationship? Okay. about yourself, okay? About whatever, about life, about dealing with people. Because then what will happen is we will start to see the experience not as something that is, hmm, just harmful, just a bad time. Instead, we will see that the experience, the relationship, our efforts were not in vain because there was something gained from that experience. Does that make sense? And so, understanding that everything happens how it's supposed to happen and the way that it's supposed to happen. But sitting down and writing down and coming up with the lessons and seeing what was it that you learned, then this is an indication that this relationship was never supposed to be something that you were supposed to stay in. That was not what it was. If it was supposed to be something you were supposed to stay in, you would have, right? Everything would have worked out, things would have been fine. After you do that, what I want you to do is write down a list of your grievances, right? The negative feelings you still feel about that. And I want you to then burn that. All right. Do you a good burn letter. Okay. And burn it as often as you feel you need to burn it. Okay. But that's what we want you to do because this here is blocking roads for you. Right. So the roads and the opportunities that the Spirit has for you, this is blocking roads for you. So we want to get through this, done with this, so that we could get into the next space. To help with that too, we also want to work on the heart chakra. Okay. Heart chakra, meditation, prayers, crystals, herbs, essential oils, all of that. All right. And that's going to help you get to that next space. Okay, Kiki. Thank you. You are so welcome. V says, "Wow, I found a random feather in a drawer yesterday. Interesting." That part, V. I'm sorry, I just saw that. I would not be surprised. Hello, Astro. How are you? I hope that you are well. All right, I have Carolyn. So this is the list. Got Carolyn, then I got Bristow, then Sarlene, then Kiara, then Alicia, then Allie, E Wellness, and then Christina. Good day. Hi, Kay Simmons. Okay. Also, let me tell y'all this. If you're noticing, there is always, hey, I see you, Carolyn. If you're noticing, there is always work that needs to be done. Okay. You're never, ever getting readings just to tell you something. And as you know, it's just something cool. There's always instruction here. I say that to say that a lot of us, we don't need readings as often as we think that we do. What we need more often than readings is coaching, right? We need some type of structure. We need things to do to work in tandem with how we want to be. Okay. I say all that to say that I do spiritual coaching sessions. And okay. And so if you want to get some spiritual coaching, I suggest that you get it. Okay. I suggest that you book the spiritual coaching session so we could get you a spiritual, a wellness plan, a holistic wellness plan together that's customized, that works for you. Because there's a lot of things that matter when we talk about this. It matters what your signs are, what elements you have predominantly in your chart. How do I go about doing that? I have my link in the bio, and you should, if you click that link, it should take you to all of my things, and you will see readings and coaching. You can click that and you can book that session there. Because your wellness plan may not look like my wellness plan. The elements that I have that work with me may not be the elements that work well with you, right? Our lifestyles are different. My day looks different than yours. And so you trying to follow a plan that someone else has may not be successful because we have two different ways of being and living. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. All right? Okay. Here we go, Carolyn. Say my prayer. Divine Source, Divine Spirit, please connect me to Carolyn's energy. Okay, Carolyn. So the spirit showed me two hands going like this, one pushing, okay, and it's giving like a tug of war, a back and forth, okay. Two ways you don't need to go in this season is back and forth. I hope y'all heard that. Two ways, Carolyn, you don't need to go is back and forth. All right. We got to resist the back and forth spirit. I feel like there has been resistance and this kind of tug and war with people in your life. And the spirit is wanting you to pull yourself out of the back and forth and the tug of war. All right. And this is for interactions to come up as well. The back and forth, we're not going to go because guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay. So what do people say? Stand on business, and that's it. But the spirit wants to resist the back and forth. All right. And I think it comes from, yes, there are instances where people are trying to sway you in other directions and you're not going for it. But then there's also instances where you want to help others and they are not receptive to the help. Okay. And so we end up getting caught up in the spirit of back and forth. All right. And the spirit does not want you to continue with that. Howling. Okay. Let the people bust their head open and have to come back and tell you you are right. Let them do that. But the back and forth, because you're putting in all that effort and they're going to do what they want to do anyway. Right. So we want to be mindful of that. And I will also say that don't mean don't address things or say what needs to be said. But what that does mean is once you address it and say what needs to be said, leave it alone. We're not going back and forth, okay? And also the spirit keeps showing me like people putting you in the middle of their disputes, and to resist that also. Anybody that's trying to put you in the center and make you the liaison of communication between the two parties, because what the spirit is showing me is that either both sides is wrong. Both sides is wrong. And they're not fully communicating the fullness of their part of their role or the full truth. And so it will put you in a position to become an enemy trying to be a help. Okay? So the Spirit wants you to be mindful of that in this season. Okay, Lynn? Exactly has happened. Now that's what exactly has happened. Come on. We got to reduce the back and forth, back and forth spirit. 2 ways I ain't going is back and forth. Okay. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay. For some reason, my screen got really dark, but it's still plugged up. That's all I care about. All right. Let's continue here. Thank you, Carolyn. I have Bristow. Bristow, are you here? Hallelujah in the sanctuary. Hallelujah. I caught you. You caught me. Hey. Where's Bristow? Am I pronouncing that right? Bristow? King B40? Where you at? Where you at? He probably said this nigga taking too long. Okay, so then I'm gonna come back to him. Salim, are you here? Or is this you? TB King, is that you? With the rose? Are you Bristow? Oh, that's him. Okay, wait a minute, Salim. Hold on. I see him. I see him. It was delayed. It was delayed. Sorry. Okay. I got you. Okay. What are we reading on? Because did you put a question in the comment? I thought you put a question. Or you wanted clarity in that direction? And then I have you next, Salim. I'm sorry. Yes, what's the secret? Oh Lord, what secret? Whose secret? Dear God. Not what's the secret. See, y'all stress me out. Whose secret? Stress. Y'all stressing me out. Who kind of secret? It would be, see, it's the black show. The blacks would take us here. Okay. So your parents have a secret that they're keeping from you? Oh Lord, send help. So this what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna just see what the spirit has to say. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just see what the spirit has to say, and what comes is what comes. Because sometimes there are things you're supposed to know, and there are things you're not supposed to know. Yes, I'm healing journey to. I'm healing on the healing journey to heal from trauma. Okay, let me see. Let me just tap in and see what the spirit has to say. Okay. All right, source spirit, connect me to Thomas's energy, please. Connect me to Thomas's energy. All right, spirit, show me what I need to see. Okay. So here's the thing. What the spirit showed me was a man holding a baby, and then a woman holding a baby, and the emotions and the feelings attached to the baby were surprise, and also a now. It's almost like a not wanting the child. Okay. This hasn't anything to do with the child. It has everything to do with their lack of preparedness to be parents. Okay. And so, because of that, while you were in the womb, you marinated in an energy of rejection. Okay. Because this was not something that they planned for or that they wanted. Okay. And I say this is meaning pregnancy. Okay. And so, because of that, as I said, you marinated in this energy of rejection. Okay. And so, as you age, that fear of rejection remains prevalent in your life, right? The approval, wanting approval, going, overextending yourself, overcommitting yourself, over giving yourself to other people, because this is something that is rooted in um, showing yourself, proving yourself, right? That you are a worthy individual. And so, what this is all for you, healing wise, is for you to focus on self worth. All right. The difference between value and worth is I could say, this pencil belongs to my great 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 grandfather, right? And so to me, it has great sentimental value. But if I try to sell this pencil, the people gonna give me 25, 50 cents. So worth has to do with what you expect to get from other people. Okay? Worth has to do with what you expect to receive from others. Value, that's something different. But worth is what you expect to get from others. And so when we have low self-worth, we don't expect much from other people. And so that's why when people don't meet certain needs, we have lines like, I don't ask for much. I don't say much. I don't ask for much, and y'all don't do. But the truth is that you don't ask for much because you don't expect much. Okay. And so it's a self worth thing. So I would say for you, this is located in the heart chakra. This is located in the solar plexus, and this is located in the sacral chakra. Those three energy centers are the energy centers that you need to work on. Hey, Key, how are you? Come on, Empress. How are you? I miss you. I hope you are doing well. I know you are doing well. Um, this all has to do with those three chakras. So I would encourage you to put your focus on those chakras, get you some energy work, and some Reiki done on those chakras and those centers. I always recommend raw flow energy. You can look up raw flow energy on TikTok, on the internet, and they do great energy work, and they do it virtually. Okay, so I would definitely suggest that. Okay, Thomas. Oh, thank you, Donna, for joining Patreon. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you. Oh, Lord. Ooh, child. The black stressed me out. Um, if y'all not a member of Patreon, what's going on here? Let's go ahead and get that together. Okay. I think today I'm going to teach on the importance of self-expression and self-worth, because that seems to be what's coming up. So be in the Patreon if you want to get that lesson. Okay, I got Salim now. Salim, then Kiara Smith, then Alicia, then eWellness, then Christina. All right, I see you, Salim. All right, here we go. Divine Source, Divine Spirit, please connect me to Salim's energy. Okay. Give me 1 second. When I tell you this communication center thing is so it's so prominent. Okay, Salim, would you say that you are good about communicating your grievances to people in a way that they could receive it? Or is your communication of your grievances sometimes it don't come across the correct way? When you communicate things, sometimes it lands incorrectly. I say that because there is an issue with how you are received by people. Okay. And I feel like people, some sort of disconnect here between the intention of the communication and the way individuals receive it. Okay. There seems to be some type of disconnect with the receiving of you as a person. Sometimes it lands incorrectly. Yeah, like people don't receive you well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like they're like the way you said it is the problem. Like it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Sometimes it's what you said, but it's how you said it. Okay. And I think Celine, you can be a straight shooter. Okay. And sometimes that can be a little blunt and a little abrasive, and people can easily be offended. Okay. And so we got to work on that. We got to work on that. Okay. And sometimes this could be because I don't feel you have a problem saying what you feel. I just think that there are better ways to say it. So this has to do with an emotional awareness, all right, an awareness of self, and a tone, right, and just really checking in. And sometimes you have to say to folks, I know that I may communicate this in a way because I'm working on my communication that may be a little hard, all right, or it may come across wrong, but this is what I'm trying. My intention. My intention is not to hurt your feelings or not to this. Help me to say it in a better way. Sometimes we have to phrase it in that way. But I think we need to work. That's the throat chakra, but we really need to work on the heart chakra because there's something that's happening within your relationships. Okay. It feels like there's disconnects happening. All right. Yes, it's communication related, but just seems like energy disconnects. Like, are you in a space where you're more to yourself right now? Because it just feels like there's mismanaged connections or there's disconnects in the relationships. Love me more says I LOL, I can relate. You're one of those you're a hard talker. I'm trying. Yes, I am. Okay, I'm understanding. So while we're in this space, I want you to know that there's a difference. I'm tired of folks, so I'm isolating. Gotcha. I'm understanding because I'm like, there's issues with that. There's issues with the expression, with the receiving of you, and just the way the people carry on. Okay. So this is my thing, Salim. You may need a good old spiritual coaching session too, so we can work through this. There's a difference between being in solitude and being in isolation. There's a big difference. When you are in isolation, you are alone with negativity, negative thoughts, negative emotions, and still in negative feelings. And we end up cycling our negative thoughts, cycling our perspectives, and creating echo chambers of negative thoughts and negative beliefs. Okay. When you're in solitude, you are with yourself, but in wellness, meaning that you are in the practice of wellness. You are taking care of yourself. You're not sulking. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a choice. It's a choice with wellness in mind, not necessarily something that you do um, as a way of being like, I can't deal with people out here, and so I have to be alone. um that's not the correct way to go about that. However, everything happens how it should happen. Okay, so what you can do in this space of isolating, you can make this something that is wellness centered. We can turn the isolation into solitude. If you are to yourself and you have cut these people off, you've distanced yourself from people, you need to fill those spaces with things that are for your wellness, which is why I suggest a coaching session, because I think that that will help to steer you in the direction of your wellness. All right. And so what we could do is we could create a plan for you um, that can turn this energy around. All right. But at any rate, even if you don't do that, the heart chakra, that's what we need to work on. We got to work on that heart chakra because it has to do with our relationships with other people. All right. I also want you to look into your natal chart and I want you to see what is your Venus placement and what's your Mercury placement. Okay. And also what's your Chiron. I want you to read about those because I think that's going to provide clarity to what's been going on in your life and why you are responding to the things in the way that you do. Okay. So your mission is to turn the isolation into solitude by way of making that time useful for wellness. Okay, Salim? But I think you need a coaching session, so I would book a coaching session or at least or a personal advice session so we could talk about what's been going on. All right, and get some solution and some practices that can stand in that place. Okay. Thank you, Salim. I appreciate you. All right, I got Kiara Smith. And then I got Alicia, then E Wellness, and then Christina. Salim says, I've been trying to get there, but I'm not disciplined in the wellness. Got you, Salim. And guess what? This is also um That's a common thing. Discipline. A lot of us are not disciplined. And there's a lot of reasons why we're not. Some of us are not disciplined because we have a negative association with authority, right? And if we have already survived controlling situations, we don't want to do something that makes us feel like we're being controlled. And so we rebel against that. And so that is also a thought pattern that we have to change, because you have authority that was not for your wellness, but now you have discipline that you are in control of. So if you grew up or you had experiences where people in authority did not do their job, now you are in authority and you are not doing yours. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of reasons why we have discipline issues. And we got to get to the bottom of the discipline issue so we could course correct it. Okay? All right, here we go, Kiara. All right. My spirit, please connect me to Kiara's energy. Okay. Kiara, let's look at this. Most of the problems in your life and within yourself can be controlled. Hear this. It can be controlled. The problem is that by the time you take action to get in control, it's done blew up and blew into out of proportion. And so it's like I've said this before. First we slip, then we trip, and then we fall. If we learn to stop ourselves at the slipping, we don't have to get to the falling. So what I want you to do and what the spirit wants you to do is for you to do something when you see it. So what they were showing me was like a leak, and then an unaddressed leak that became a flood, right? And so when you feel something off, when you have to address something within yourself, when you notice a leak or notice an issue, deal with the issue then. Okay, don't wait, because it is the waiting, almost waiting to see if it'll resolve itself, that brings about issues. Even when it comes to family ships, friendships, relationships, when you see a problem and you don't address that problem right then, and it builds up, it builds up, it builds up to where you're forced to address it. But by that time, it's already, we got a category 10 flood occurring. Category 10 flood. When if we would have addressed the leak, that would not have happened in that way. Okay. So I am committed to addressing the leaks before I have to address the flood. Hold on. Let me write that down. Kiara said it's definitely flooding right now. Lord. Okay. So then that means that you're in the middle of the lesson of what happens when we don't address the leaks. All right. So it's gonna dry up. The flood gonna dry up. It's just gonna take work. However, going forward, we gotta choose to address the leaks before we get to the flood. All right. And the only thing that you can do sometimes is make sure that you take care of your internal environment. Okay. That you stay in tune with your wellness practices. All right. That's the only thing you can do sometimes when you're in the midst of the flood. Yeah. Internal environment. Okay. Get that internal environment together. We had a class. We just had a class on that. Okay. Take care of that until the flood gets cleaned up. And then after, make sure that we address the leaks so we don't have to address the flood. Okay, Kiara. Thank you. I have Alicia, then E, Wellness, and then Christina. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. I'm back from out of space. All right, Alicia or Leash. Hey, Leash. Hey, I see you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say my prayer and we'll get started. All right, Spirit. Divine Source, please connect me to Alicia's energy. Okay. So, Leisha. So the very first thing here, the spirit keeps showing me this woman smiling. Okay. They keep showing me she either wears pink gloss or really pink lips or something like that. And she's fake. She is fake. Okay. She's fake. She gives me this energy of her being a loudmouth. Okay. Where she would talk or tell everybody business, something like that. Okay. She's fake. 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 Okay. And you got to look out for this one. You got to look out for this woman. Okay. I say ain't no way for me to mince it. She's fake. Okay. But not showing her lipstick. Do you know who I'm talking about, Leisha? Yeah, she's fake. Fake, fake, fake. All right. And what the spirit is showing me about her is that she presents herself like she's helpful or like she's interested or she's invested or she, but it's not true. It's not true. She's messy and she will get you caught up in a situation. Okay? So the key here is the spirit was also showing me that she has also presented red flags to you already. All right? And you just can't trust what she says. You just can't trust what she says. Okay? She's an elder, but I've been concerned. Uh-huh. Good. That's it. You're concerned. That's the red flags, okay? You've already peeped it. But it's deeper than what you it's deeper than what you realize. There, the spirit is like she spins stories and stuff like that. She's just fake. She's fake. And so move at your own pace. But we're gonna have to put a strong distance. Okay. And especially not tell her no more of your business. Okay? She's fake. She's fake. She's fake. She's fake. She's fake. She's fake, 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 fake. Fake, 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 fake. Fake. Speed up the pace. Speed it up. Yes. Speed up the pace. Okay? And I just feel like also then spirit is bringing attention to her eyes. Well, she just looked like she up to no good. There's also something here about the mishandling of money. Okay? The money. Like she doing something shady with money. Okay, like a slide of the hand. The point is, Leisha, we have to go ahead and ease on down the road from that. We're gonna have to ease on down the road. Don't carry nothing that might be a load. Ease on down the road. All right. And so the spirit wants you to move on around. And then you will see, once you start to do that, the exposure will come to the surface. Okay? The exposure will come to the surface. You said she's an elder. Is she like a spiritual elder? Or is she like an older person? Or what did you mean by that? Just a woman who's been around. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, because she's not. She is messy. She's also behind a lot of mess that has happened to folks and in people's lives. She be behind that because she is fake and messy. Okay, so the spirit wants you to ease away from that, and that's going to be good for your wellness. Okay, to sit back and watch. Okay, because she will get you caught up in a situation. All right, she talks about everybody. Let's start there. She's definitely that church lady, mean and messy. 2M, call them Eminem, mean and messy. Okay, so do that. Okay, Alicia. Thank you. Nail on the head. Thank you, Alicia. That's what the spirit said. This girl, this is at the press, but this at the forefront. We got to get this together at the tippy top. Okay. Yes, but I'm probably going to do some yes or no's questions with my pendulum for the people. Okay, e-wellness. I got e-wellness. And then last but not least, I have Christina. All right, e-wellness. Okay, Christina, I got you. I see you. Hold up. Okay. Here we go. All right, e-wellness. All right, divine source, divine spirit. Please connect me to e-wellness's energy. Show me what I need to see. Okay. um, e-wellness. The spirit keeps talking about the feet. Okay. Have you had foot pain, or do you have issues with the foot, with the any foot pain or something? I'm trying to understand this. I'm talking about the feet. Yes. Okay. Yes, you have. Is it both feet or is just one foot? 'Cause it feels like both feet. Okay, you said both. Uh, got you. So let me see. Yeah, so I'm feeling two things, okay? From a physical level, there's a connection with the lower back and the feet. Okay, so I don't know if this is sciatic nerve issues or something like that. Um, but it's like it's connected to the lower back, all right? But what I also know from a spiritual standpoint is that this is both. This is connected to the root chakra, and the root chakra has to do with our stability. Okay, it has to do with feeling safe, feeling secure. All right, and I think that you would benefit from from going to a chiropractor to look at your back, your spine, your alignment, and the feet, the leg, just your alignment. Period. Perhaps even get a massage. Okay. Um, to help identify where the pain is coming from. Furthermore, um, working on the root chakra, period, through affirmation, through meditation, through grounding work, will help you as well. Okay. So, um, has your financial situation changed, or is there an instability with your life, with your financial situation or your living situation? Like, is there some instability there, or is the living situation no longer working for you? I don't see your comment. Oh, I'm saying, does your oh, you missed it. Okay. I'm saying, I said, does your is your living situation not working for you anymore? Or is there some type of instability with the living situation or with the finances? Both. Okay, got you. So this is why this is showing up here. Um, Currently separated from my wife. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, chap. That's why all this stuff is coming up here, and this root chakra blockage is presenting itself. I'm understanding. Okay. So, you know, what you can do is to make sure, like I said, the internal environment is together. I want you to do your root chakra work. I want you to focus on your root chakra. Okay. And I want you to yeah, do your prayers, do your meditation, learn all about the root chakra, because as life is unstable, the internal environment does not have to be. All right. So look up grounding techniques, all right, and practice those, and keep and create yourself a daily plan, a daily practice for you to enact that. Okay. Because all of this won't be alleviated until everything is done with you and your wife officially. But we could keep the internal environment together, and when the internal environment gets together, the external has to follow. Okay, so that's what you need to focus on right now, e-wellness. Like how you said that. Thank you. Yeah, the internal environment projects to the external environment. That's projects to the external environment. Excuse me. That is the universal law of correspondence. And so the outside got to reflect the inside. The external environment has to reflect the internal environment. Why? Because it's currently doing that. When the internal environment's out of whack, the external environment look just like the inside. Okay. All right, e-wellness. That's what your focus should be. Root chakra. Also do some, go to the chiropractor, doctor, so forth and so on, the massage therapist. Okay. To check out those areas, to check out the back and the feet, the lower back and the feet. Okay. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have Christina. Christina, I think, did she go back to jury duty? Let me just see. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. Okay, she probably is there. So I'm gonna do her reading. All right. Divine source, divine spirit. Please connect me to Christina's energy. All right, show me what I need to see. Okay. So, Christina, the spirit is bringing up some very clear indications to issues with the diet. Okay. They keep showing me a fork and plate and then the food ingested. Okay. And so, we have our challenge that we've started in the Patreon with the health challenge. And I think you need to really make sure that you are um, following that or imploring that so that you can start to make adjustments and changes in your diet. Okay. There's also a link, though, to an emotional eating or emotional snacking, all right, as a coping mechanism, which you have to be mindful of that as well. Okay. Because that is also not good because that is affecting our health and our bodies and things and causing other issues to occur. Okay. So the spirit wants you to be very mindful of that and make sure that you are checking yourself emotionally when you are eating. Okay. And so the diet or the eating is like irregular. Okay. So you need to make the necessary adjustments with that. Christina, you also need to work on the root chakra, put the energy and the focus on the root chakra, okay, because of what your life is doing right now. You needing to get stability and to feel stable and to work with the energy of security, okay? As I know things have shifted for you, employment wise, so the spirit wants you to make sure that every day you're doing your root chakra meditation, root chakra affirmation, so forth and so on. Excuse me, everybody. Yeah, so that you can remain grounded, you can remain centered while you're going through this transition. Okay? So make sure that you're going outside, getting your fresh air, sitting near your plants, things of that nature. Because we got to get grounded. All right, Christina? Thank you, Christina. All right, so now we're getting ready to take a little bit of a switch. Okay, we're going to do some good old yes and no questions. Whoa. Yes. Mm. Okay. So the yes or no questions, they're $7.77. It's the pendulum reads. All right. And I think I'm only gonna take a max of 10 people for that. So if you're wanting yes or no, please put the question though in the memo. So I know what we are getting information on. Okay. So please put that in the memo, the question in the memo. Da, 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 da. Keep my email fresh. Y'all, I have been drinking sparkling water, and I love sparkling water. I love sparkling water. I love it. Sparkling water is so good. And it is so what feeling. And if you're somebody who has a soda situation that you are trying to unhinge yourself from, this would definitely be the way to do it. You say what? I love it too. When it's extra bubbles, I call it spicy. It is real. It gets spicy, right? I've started drinking. I got these cans. This is a sparkling water, coconut sparkling water, which is really good. Which I normally don't like. I don't like coconut water. Let's start there. Coconut water is crazy. I have tried to drink coconut water before. I seen the children doing that healthy cereal with coconut water, and hey, if they want to do that, then that is on them. I'm not doing it. That stuff is nasty, and you can't tell me otherwise. It's nasty and ain't never been good. Coconut water must be mixed with pineapple juice or lemon for me. I've never tried to do that. That might elevate my mind. I have never tried to mix it. That just might elevate my mind. Okay, we got one here from Asia. I think this is Asia. Custard taste. I do with chlorophyll too. ASYA. Is that Asia? I think that's Asia. Okay, Asia said, should I go to nail school? Here we go. Our spirit. Glasses pendulum here for the messages. So, y'all, just so you could bear witness to how this works for me. Isn't this cute? My evil eye pendulum. What? Isn't that cute? Good and protective. Okay, so other energies, anybody think y'all gonna try to influence? Think again. It's not gonna happen. Okay. So this is how it works for me. Okay. All right, divine source, divine spirit. Would you please show me what a yes looks like, please? And so my yes, spirit, please show me what a yes looks like. Thank you. Oh, y'all can't see. Y'all over here. Sorry. I want the good old TikTok to be able to see too. Okay, so anytime I get a yes, it goes in a circle. Spirit, could you please show me a yes? Thank you. Spirit, could you show me a no? And no's are always straight back. And if I'm asking the wrong question, it'll go and spin in the opposite direction. Okay? Thank you. All right, so Asia asked, should she go to nail school, Spirit? Should Asia go to nail school? Yes. Big yes. Yes, you should. Absolutely. I also pulled some cards here. You got the three of Pentacles, which is an indication of learning, of implementing learning and education, as well as the Nine of Cups here, which is talking about satisfaction. And so, yes, this is exactly what you should do. It's going to be very successful for you. You're going to get what you want. Okay. Melodic acts here. Will my immigration case be approved this year? Spirit, will Melodic Goddess's immigration case be approved this year? Yeah, I'm getting a no, Melodic. Let me ask this Spirit. Is there anything that Melodic can do in order to speed up this process? Okay, yes. Does Melodic need to do a road opening working? Yes. Okay. Melodic, you need to do you a road opening working for your case in order to speed it up. Spirit, could you tell me what issues are afflicting the case? Oh yeah, just blockages. It's just blockages. Melodic says, you've been told me. I just wasn't listening. Okay, you know what, Melodic? That's okay. I'm putting you in chokehold. I'm putting you in the chokehold, Melodic. I'll book the session. Okay, good. So I could tell you how to do it. Dear God. It's the blacks. So you still making oils? I make them upon request. I'm not selling the oils anymore. Which one is it? The root work consultation. Just because I'm doing something different with my products now. Okay, let me see. Are there any other yes or no's coming through? You're welcome. You're welcome, Aisha. Okay, are there any more yes or no's that we're doing? Anybody, 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 anybody? Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. Okay. All right. I believe then we're done. I don't see anyone else coming in for their yes or no's. Tessa says, I have one, but I'm scared of the answer. Okay. Do what's necessary for your wellness. You're like, oh Lord, get somebody else to do this. Um, you said how much for a reading? I need more than a yes or no. Seriously. Yeah, so what I was doing them, I had my list for the tap in, but if you need it in depth because you got some real problems going on, I would definitely say to click the link in my bio and book a one-on-one session. Because the reason why I like stopped them and I'm reducing them down, like I'm just doing the yes or no's right now to close out, it's just for my energy. Because if I'm gonna tap in, if it's something serious, like I believe you have going on, then I want to be able to do that accurately. So I would definitely suggest to book a one-on-one. I have availability tomorrow, and we could have a one-on-one reading, and so we could get into the things that you need assistance with. Have I understood the answer? Yeah. Tessa said, well, you know what the old folks say, don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to. Okay. But that's okay. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do is I'm getting off of here. I'm gonna ease on down the road. And so catch me on the flip side. Catch me in Patreon. I love y'all from a life filled place. Book the sessions that you need to book. The best investment that you can make on yourself, or excuse me, that you can make is the one you make in yourself. Okay, when you invest in yourself, that's where it comes to. And guess what? You don't have to get a reading from me. You don't have to get a coaching session from me. If the spirit is calling you to someone else to get a session from them, do that. Whatever you need to do to invest in yourself. All right? Because we've already spent all this time investing in everybody else, and that has gotten us nowhere. All right? So go forth and seek nourishment, spread nourishment. I'll be booking a session. Okay. Do that. Do that. All right. I'll see you then. Peace, everybody.